stand up high to the pride of the land. The founding fathers have labored and our time to service now. The glory of the new Edo nation will forever be our pride. Beautiful Edo, glorious Edo, you're the heartbeat of Nigeria. Beautiful Edo, glorious Edo, stars are singing over you. You're the land people dream to be. Our treasures are found in all nations, and our greatness is second to none. Our history forever shall be written, how our kings have endured all times. Our people cultured in unity, our hearts beat for the land. Rich culture, stories of heroes, legacies forever be. Beautiful Edo, glorious Edo, you're the heartbeat of Nigeria. Beautiful Edo, glorious Edo, stars are singing over you. You're the land people dream to be. Unite and stand with each other, forgive and let it go. Together we can stand, come what may, and the future lies in us. Teach our children to teach their children what our fathers taught. To fear and love the Creator, only then shall we succeed. Beautiful Edo, glorious Edo, you're the heartbeat of Nigeria. Beautiful Edo, glorious Edo, stars are singing over you. You're the land people dream to be.
Welcome, my people. Happy Saturday to everyone. I greet you. Wayabo here. Today, now be the concluding part where we go get for the Iyeki matter. Hopefully, 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 say this thing not go arise again. And what boy wane, iyale su, iyale otiku, they don't come out. Hopefully, today we will talk about the concluding part because the Oba has spoken, right? So now today we go talk. Orobos are black. I see Anthony Baba. Ibege when I greet you too. Happy Saturday. So we get our members here. We come last week. Some go still come today. Maybe we can talk. I see Ima Agbedion on the backstage there. So make I welcome and come. Oga Ima, I welcome you. I beg my mic clear. Don't tell me every time I they ask, I don't know whether it clear. To me, I they talk loud, but I don't know how now they hear me, whether I'm loud or manage. Now welcome. I welcome you, sir.
Very well. Good morning.
Henry, I greet you. Yes,
Can
sir.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Very well. Very well.
Very, very well.
Obaban, happy Saturday, happy weekend.
Happy Saturday, sir. Happy Saturday. May I lower this background music? Sometimes I would think say it low, but you know they quill low anyway. Thank you, sir, for showing up. If I want go play ball, so now me hold and make it come before you go play ball. So last week, Ogbe is on the way. He's coming. Epa Iwansiya, I think he's really held up. He is not able to attend today, but it's okay. We'll be fine. So last week we came together and we talked about, we deliberated on the Iyeki Saga and which what's her name? Folashade Tinubu's daughter, her office of the first daughter, came to force, to just manipulate us and force the Iyeki Iyaloja Wala on us. So Edo people, I love our mothers. They stood up, men and women, they stood up. We also spoke for our heritage because you can't separate your heritage from your blood. So we came out and we strongly, vehemently refused. And this week, as we gathered, the Omonoba has spoken. He has taken his stand on this very Iyaloja saga. So I have a video here to that play. So let me just quickly play it for you.
People for house, una good evening, una good morning, una good afternoon. Pending where una dey for watch us. Today, Edo market women, all of them they happy. Sake of say the kata for market don't come to end. Sake of say palace chiefs on behalf of the Oba don't come talk for this matter. Say yes, true. Now only one Iyeki, 9 that they get. Then they come still talk say the market where 2 people, 3 people from come out, make all the 2, 3 where come out, make them come out, make them go sit down, make the women for that market, make them go back to the market, make them go choose their own Iyeki, then go come bring down. The chiefs also talk and say, true, Iyeki them, they get waiting that they do for our Oba, then get waiting that they do for different markets. After they don't choose their Iyeki finish, they go come carry them, come palace to come show our papa, our father, Omonoba Nedo, Uku Akolokolo, Obaewae the second. To come make sure say yes, now this one, now it truly be their Iyeki. The person where represents Omonoba Nedo, where talk na Chief Osaro Ida, the Obazelu of Benin. Nine, Sidon, do the chairman where talk for this matter.
Oba atope. Wa heriwa mujana. Iyeki wa. Wakari wa se kwa do mi oba. Ndori wa mayu. Mayu. Ari edenu wa. Ari rejo. Wana gbe ni wa to ne. Wa egbe adi. Ari wa mamogun. No fẹ́ kí n wá, no fẹ́ kí n àwú, mo gbé àpàṣẹ ìwà ẹ̀, ìwà ìdòwẹ́, àpàṣẹ yọ. Àwọn à, bẹ́ẹ̀ yìí wà nípa náà fi afẹ́fẹ́, wọ́n kò yẹ kó wá sí mi yẹn, yẹn kó wá gbódìrí, wà á dẹ̀dẹ̀ kí wà yìí, wà á gà ìgbìnà wa, wà á gà ahọ́n lígi, wà á gà ahọ́n jàgbá. Ọba àtọ́pẹ́.
These other markets, like New Benin, Ekiosa, where they forget problem, they don't say make all the women, when they come out, make all of them stay clear from that market. Make the women wait there for that market, make them go back to the market, make them go pick who won't become their Iyeki. They will come bring and come Oba Palace.
Oba atope. No no barese. Ah, so mo wo de mo. No ta no mo Oh, we no ya gbon. Ya hi gbe ayi. Wa ya wa si no wa ko wa ki. Gbara ki ye.
So you understand the video, very, very explicit. It's clear. So you can jump in, sir.
Wesley, I want to, first of all, I want to welcome back the viewers around the world, wherever you are, wherever you're watching from, and whatever time that you are in wherever you are. Wahia Bohia, Wapota, Wabavan, Wabowek, and Wariaye. And for you, Mama, I want to thank you for being forceful, for your resolution and not giving up, for your fearless voice, for your vocal, for being that voice that has been able to accentuate this situation to the larger audience. Because this issue, who knows where we would have been by now. I also equally want to say that Imaya ni new year na domia where na long may our tradition and our custom reign. And what about he said, I think that the latest this video we show now, and this latest pronouncement by the palace can never be emphasized enough. This is very concise, very direct, and the message is very clear. This is like a night and day. So there is no ambiguity whatsoever. And so for those, I don't think anybody will argue it anymore. I was one of those when again the press release Ogo Monopa Ogo the Palace Nakaladia some time ago. I had my doubt where perhaps it was not far reach enough because there was some fine line. But Ononana, Ondola, we know the One Diana is very clear, crystal clear. And it shows where Iwedo Emaninu Dia I want to say that I stand with them 101%. I salute their gallantry, I salute their effort, I salute their resolute and their integrity for them being able to hold firm to their custom and to their right to ensure that justice comes to play. So this is very good. And I think that Emmanuel Meye and people like us, Meye and other people that have been on the terrain trying to ensure that our culture and our tradition is not denigrated or desecrated. And so we should be happy and we should raise our head up high. And I think what this has done is that the people, from my perspective, is that when the people speak, no matter who you are, no matter the government, no matter the institution, they will hear it. Unless, of course, the people are not ready. But what the Benin women and market women have just demonstrated is a testament to say that the people's voices surpasses gun, surpasses pen and paper, surpasses threatening. And no matter who you are, no matter what level of government you are, no matter the army and the forces that you have behind you, unless, of course, the people are not ready. And I want to say to here, where this is a testament of what will happen in the whole of Nigeria if the people truly stand up for their right and for what they believe, for freedom, for equity, and for justice. Because here we federal level, it is just because Nigerians are not ready.
Exactly, now, sir.
Yes, because this is just a
testament. How many can they kill?
How many can they kill? This is just a testament to say when the people are really saying, yes, we want our freedom. We want what is ours to be given to us. No matter who that government is, no matter the force. So this is also again a sign to Tinubu, Jagaban, and Co. to say, get ready for 2027 because Nigeria will not be a rollover. Again, rollover, Gbirane, we've seen their game, we've seen their play ball and their textbooks. So Nigerians are more now informed more than ever before. So I want to Obama talk
He
Oba
said,
Wese, Abi Chiefs Niregua Wese, for their wisdom to be able to come together and say, let's put a finale to this once and for all. And they come out very decisive, very precise, with a forceful message. I like where the chief now direct where in ekini nana mi where
a problem,
iye
Rob.
keva eha ene
Mhm.
they are all dismantled, knowing avoid while we go and elect your own individual market iyeki, and then they gave them a timeline near there. Remember, I think Ogberema now, I think
He's
Ogberema or
coming.
one time,
He's
so
on
they
the
would have
way.
attest to it when the first write-up from the palace came out. In my write-up, I said, "Oh, there a palace now with date your way near now the yeki near the near be yeki
And
so
return to
that
the
the
palace.
palace can bless them." I said,
Enforce them.
"Well, yes," and they were with me. But that did not happen. But that has happened now. So I'm so happy the way this have come out. So people that were hoping that they can delineate our culture and our custom. So this to tell them where you cannot. So culture, the Benin culture has been there for ages. And
Ages.
some people try to distort the history and try to bring fabricated story and fabricated history. I was even hearing yesterday where the name Benin started recently. Are you kidding me? And then I was even hearing where Ile-Ife is older than Benin Kingdom. Are you kidding me?
That
But
is a lie.
but that's by the side.
Yeah.
You are the only one. So
Mm.
uh, my area, I'm a pride, the pride to always say for this platform, and I think that wherever you are, Benin, all over the globe, should be so proud by the pronouncement that came from the palace yesterday. And kudos to the Viedo and Iriye Kini Afefe Abijima, old, young, and middle that stood up. Kudos to them. Yeah, West.
Thank you, sir. Uwese, for all the accolades. Uwese Kakavo. I am honored and I'm humbled too by all your, good words, kind words for me. When I check my WhatsApp message, the group WhatsApp message, I just, I just shake my head in good spirits. This man is just pouring me encomiums all the time. Thank you. I know
Yes,
you're not just doing it for the sake of it. You're doing it because you see our good work.
yeah,
Thank,
you're deserving of it. I mean, your
thank you.
time, your energy, your passion. And I must also say that I would also extend my gratitude to Ipa because where it takes two to tango, if he's not
Yes.
giving you the time and space, you will not be doing this what you are
I
doing.
know he's
So
my
the
number
time
one
that you are
fan.
taking away from him to be with him,
I know
I'm sure that somehow you will try to make it up one way or the other.
I
And I
do.
want to thank Ipa for being very understanding.
Oh, thank you so much. Epa, if you are watching us, you can hear Mr. Agbedion pouring you encomiums too. Yes, he's very understanding. He's my number one fan, actually.
Absolutely.
And then he gives me strength to continue. And I don't want to talk. Yeah, go on, yeah. People love to hear from you. So behind every successful man, there is a good woman.
Absolutely.
And vice versa, behind every successful woman, there is a good man. So he's really my number one fan. And thank you to my hubby. Thank you everyone watching. I can see you here. Kenneth Unoma Ibere Weneo. Wese Kakabo. Festus Obasuyi, welcome. I even know Wawabumana, Henry, Orobosa Black, Antonia Jibola, thank you. Thank you so much. Please, if you haven't liked, this is the time to show your love for Area Mama. So, Oga, as you were speaking, what I can add to it is this just, I was elated when I saw the video. And this also brings to a closure about the saga. Closure. When I say closure, you see my hands, they are still in brackets, like open and ended brackets,
I know what that means.
because we don't know what's coming in what's up in the coming days. But our Oba has spoken, and this is what we would have wanted for a long time, so that they don't drag this case. It came to this stage, and I don't mean, well, okay, fire don't they burn for house. Somebody needs to say something, and he has done the needful. The needful. So we are all grateful. Yobosa Osazuwa, Alex Agbontai Wayabokian. We are all grateful for this. Our women has been dragged, humiliated, harassed, and all of that in the market. This is a source of living, and they just came from nowhere, like colonial masters. This is what Tinubu likes to do, him and his family. They came from nowhere, and they want to install or to recolonize us again after the slave master. To recolonize us. To recolonize us, right? So we are so happy now that it's been laid to rest. So pardon me for using that word. I don't know. Tentatively, I don't know
it is very happy to the time that we are.
Yeah. Okay. So we are happy. We are happy about this decision. And moving forward, moving forward, sir. We have learned a lesson, a very bitter lesson from this case, that we shouldn't hold on. We shouldn't drag it. We shouldn't let it extend to on an unacceptable level before we jump in to put actions. It could happen to anybody, but this one has to do with our Oba. What do you think, sir? I think it was dragged for so long.
Yeah.
The women were not giving the right response that they should have gotten. Happy, and we are grateful to the palace that they've done the needful. Daddy Obokia, we played a video before him, and hello.
I'm listening.
Okay, we played the video before you came. It was about the Iyeki Saga that has been laid to rest. I don't know if you are abreast of information. Do you have that info on by offhand? You have it? That the palace. Okay, so can you speak to that effect?
What was it? Sorry, my voice is a little bit husky.
I know. I thought you would not be able to come.
Right. Is everyone equal to so I in the world?
Only at it by my tita.
Let me thank you, Madam Edo Pride TV, for your immeasurable contribution to the wellness of Edo.
I'm honored.
Wellness of Edo. Where I got
yes.
We are doing money. For my very non-probably Edo speaking guys over here, I would thank you too as well. I'm just trying to express my profound gratitude to Edo Pride TV.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Really enormous program. You are on the voice of the voiceless this morning. I'll reach out. As to since you are putting this channel after one, you become the voice. For the viewers or rather those that are connected to me, like Yeah, you always ask. We need to like, we need to support Madam. Very job. And not only Woji, any here, I am that way. And no way, no me guy, woman,
Ah,
he that benefits on the misrule.
yes.
We don't say that government is not.
Yes.
I thank you all for joining and continue to support Madam and support everyone of us. I am one talking more first yourself, yeah, and the foreign leader of the concerned in Canada. Made to organize all demand right. Just to take you too far, you just ask a question about the video that was played before. My response is huge. I'll chip it in little by little as this goes on today. First of all, you for punishment. Now being able to coming out to let the world, let Edo people know very the palace is. I would say it was a little bit late, but it is better to be late than never.
Okay, good.
No wrong to go back. It's a proverb. I always say anytime I talk like this, I want to probably which you have forgotten.
That your video is covered.
Video? See.
Okay, now it's good.
So about that, pronouncing, coming out to tell us the direction the Edo people have taken. Not the Edo people should take is our culture. Anything that has to do, or rather that would truncate the Edo Benin culture should be registered in every meeting.
Yes.
According to a very honorable young man, he said if you don't learn, you will learn in a very hard way. Whoever wants to enact any decree or anything that will kind of rubbish the Edo culture, they should go and act on the British. You waited to this since 1897. We all know that. So every government could do whatever we could do, but then we should be guided. And I want to down like this first. Why this discussion? Come on, borrow someone's leg. You will always go the direction the owner of the leg takes you. I repeat, if you borrow someone's leg, you will always go the direction that person takes you. So I want to bring it back to my government, state government. If you are a puppet, if you are unable to stand on your 2 feet, and when people that put you in that position by any disposition, you will always dance to their own tune of governance. So in most cases, you're not going to be yourself. So I thank the people, especially the market women too, for their own resistance, for their own action when it comes to this. So, Odwa, Obarato, let's follow. I appreciate it.
Mama, you ask a question.
Yes, sir.
Where Manam you were a matter now on a do you know do marrying Nipe import from the beginning. I get not where common sense. Our common sense is not always common. And I think that perhaps in some circle, maybe there was this belief where people on their own will understand that you cannot toy with culture and tradition, and that there has to be a delineation between culture and government. They cannot be put together. They cannot interplay. There has to be a dichotomy between them. But the reason why we are here where we are is because people are trying to put culture and government to put them together, but they are not. The problem is that when we are not disciplined, when we don't bring discipline into our government and we try to mingle and drag culture and custom and tradition into government, then we risk the risk of desecrated the culture itself and then denigrating and disparating that culture. And the fear, the risk also is that where that culture and custom might risk the existential, so which would be detrimental to a whole race. So that being said, I think that Emanito like the governor and his surrogate and his cohort and the people around it, including the South leaders that we know of that are supposed to be our voice, the weirdo voice. All of a suddenly, coin, they have become suddenly immune. Mama we know this when I'm where a padlock or Irianu,
Oh,
but reason, for whatever reason that they have not spoken, it is up to them. But I dare say that where Desmond Tutu, let Desmond Tutu high, where one's conscience and humanity are diminished and extinguished when a man remains silent in the face of oppression. And these people, they have remained silent in the face of your culture being desecrated, being denigrated, and being in a process of maybe existential, and they continue to remain silent. And in the same process, Dr. King says, where the man in you die,
yes,
the man in you die, the moment you refuse to speak in the face of oppression.
yes.
So I want to ask these people, where is their ball? Where is their manhood? I mean, need to few judiciary narrow. I mean, Nila Jawe, Domino Baje, our Quina no bar, our Quina no bar, or Tony Maje, Yagibona. Where are they? So it just goes to show where we need to be careful. So whatever they have hidden, no at some point, one day in time, I have to make a confession here. People will also rattle them out. They will know who they are. We're not going to waste time here. I'm not going to waste my breath to measure their name because they are not worthy anymore because they have lost their mouth as far as I am concerned.
Wow, when you pick and choose, thank you, my brother. When you pick and choose your fight, then you are not really fighting for your people. You are not really fighting a good fight. I don't, because again, a past said one thing: when you are benefiting from the very administration, so you don't see what other people are seeing. You are only eating. And if you are eating, you have to have table manners. So I think they are observing table manners so they are not able to speak so that they don't choke. So we're not anything like that. But I want to, like reiterate again where one hundred of this cliche and I blank. It's not as if I'm trying to resurrect what is dead, but we are just stating the fact. What is good for the goose is also
good for the goose, ganja.
Yeah. What is good for the pregnant woman is good for the woman that impregnated her. And the way how many who are fighting for the land, You guys are quiet because you are observing table manners. It is a shame. It is a shame.
Mama,
Yes, sir.
and our beautiful viewers, according to Mr. Medium, is a shame that nobody is speaking. You remember your last broadcast? This person is just going to be there. I use the word in a doorway. Or now, okay, the brother.
Right?
For us, they are quiet.
We can hear you. It's very manner.
Okay. Where Ozeba? What Ozeba in Edo? Ozeba is an unintended to incur an unintended expense.
Ozeba is what? Time and man. We have a visitor here, sir. I'm going to bring him up.
Ozeba, when you incur an unintended expense.
Unintended expense.
Yes, in a situation you were not invited. Matthew, when I go with party, who can ask on your Ozeba? You said they are not quiet. They will be quiet. No, they are not quiet. Listen, you will see anything that happens. Where that here, Omobi day is just going to be that time you a stubborn child. I mean, when you see him already trapped, he's going to come out with something bigger. Yeah, man, quiet. They are planning. You will see, oh baby, no, it will come out. But however, it is you, me, the Predo Pride TV, only watching today, wanting to hear what just they are in the darkness. They are running back and forth between pillar and post now. In another way, because we say when you tell one lie, you need 13 lies to cover it. Or my bar, if I can or you wrote out, so you come again. But I want to encourage everyone. I want to encourage everyone. Yeah, it's no truth. And moreover, like the Oba have said, like the palace have proven at the moment. Oh, this is the son. Then who will be a team will be again? I will going to tell people, tell the world, tell myself, tell my children where there are series of talks going around at the moment. I call my friend, oh, you just go ahead for sure. By which and you're able to, they are able to compete with you. There's a sense of trust. But for it again, it is not wrong for our brothers and sisters, for those that are against the development of Edo State. It is not wrong for them to make a U-turn. When there's something wrong, it's on ground, you refuse to talk, you are against the development of the state. Someone, I got a call last week by but I gave. All of us here, we Edo State is we are stakeholders in it. I said he said if I can put that thing down for him, which I did, and I sent back to him. that the ants hated the cockroaches. And
they voted for insecticide.
And everybody died.
Including those that did not even vote. Yeah, we have some able members in this society. We are here today, this community, a community here. It is like, how do I describe it? If somebody is as dead as the doornail. It's an entire council. When you open the door, you hear the crunches of the door. But that nail never moves. It doesn't concern it because I will need there for 90. Some of them need to be like because if something good comes out of it, it will tell you, my brother, hey, because I'm not tired. As I go on the street today, as I don't go on the street today in Toronto, as Bemudia go on the street today, people point out and say, well, when you drop this matter, they don't have anything to say now because they will reap fruit of the goodness when you also turns out. Not that they don't know what to say.
Wow.
Gado le do yi, gado le do yi. E ka it as where ni ati amaga so that pretext, it is wrong in all Nigeria when we are here, when studies are going on. So
we have our members here, a part of the house Ogbe is here, and Prince Olojo Kosoko is here, Upper Market. It's what Bokia Sa, Domosa.
For Gbero, it's why it won't be at all. Even that Monama, why I will.
Back in a store, a Nigerian store, Upper Market. I am Manaya there, African. Ogbe, I greet you, sir. I said the way would biology or carry Ogbe. If my one way you know, you know, Sununa, Erima, or Tane, Eredo Yatane, you know what I really love? That's one line that I love about that statement, meaning the power of the people is more than the people in power. The power of the people is so strong. It's, you know, the voice of these women now are being heard. But when that is what I recognize where human beings are speaking, and this is what they want, not forcing them to accept what the governor wants, but the human beings that are going to go through it. So I really love that. That is democracy for me.
Where see ye? Uji na Bada Gwe. Ipon waya fefe. Even waya iya kude. Lawa when they brother be haka go on because you remember na be man. Ni say get attend on lawa.
Okay, over to you, sir. Welcome.
Okay, my dear brother, Ima, I greet you.
Thank you, sir.
Once a year, I greet you. Yes. You remember that song by Sonny Okosun? It says, "Give power to the people."
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And power has been returned to the people in this scenario.
There is joy. As
we go further, I have an advice for all of us. He said, once here, I want to thank you Mr. Aigbedio, I want to thank you. I see all that you are writing. You don't get paid for it.
No.
It's because of the love that you have for our dear state. I've gone through a lot of them, and here we're saying. I want to remind all of us that they say Tinubu is a master strategist. That's what they've been saying. So we have seen it. The palace used the word if you look at the antecedent of this.
But wait, 1 second. Damn, I say mute Mikey, because the background noise is just kind of featuring in.
Oh,
yes.
From my side?
No, I don't know which side, but if you are not speaking at the moment, just let me mute your device.
Okay, so now they say he's a master strategist. We've seen it. What basically this president, what he has been doing. When you look at him, he will when he goes to any organization, he will take one of them. He doesn't bring someone from somewhere. He will go to the people, take one of them, and start using that same person who becomes a willing tool to begin to destroy that organization or the people. When some of these people are saying things, sometimes it's good that we pay attention. I'm so happy the way he has resolved it. Power has been given to the people, but buyers beware. Because of hunger, like Oshomole said, that Edo people, when you give them money, because when you see the silence we have observed from some certain group of people within Benin. Last week I called names. The people like Temple, they have been quiet. These are people who helped Oshomole to destroy our tradition.
Yes.
How? It was in the era of Oshomole that all these things started. It just climaxed just these few days ago. Because he has been used, he has been an arrowhead. Oshomole went to him, he came to him, employ our own people who are willing tools. So this fight is not over yet until it is over. The reason is that he will look for another willing tool to begin to attempt to do something else again. If you look at the problem in PDP, look at the problem in Labour and every other political party. When you look at, he takes a governor, I mean, they manufacture a governor from nowhere, then they begin to use that same governor to begin to destroy their own people. Mm-hmm. We have seen it over and over again. Like they say, he's a master strategist. He will go back. What do? I don't know why they are so fixated on Edo, but I'm happy today that those who are having squabbles, those who could not resolve the issue of their Iyeki, I mean, those people are out of the way. They have to go back, bring their own Iyeki, bring them to Benin, Edo. So, Wahia Wawese, every one of us, but I will stop there for now to say Wahia Wawese because Awunuma Bule Emena Ametevweki Onune.
Ka! Be careful. So, Ogaima, if you want to just round up your point, then we can let you go.
In our tunnel, I'm beginning to really enjoy it. And yes. For the sake of my culture, my Benin people, and for who I am, I would elect to stay for now. Where the speaking of Benny Makata scene, or where a man's moral character and integrity are compromised when they choose to silence in the face of oppression and injustice.
Speak up, sir.
Eh,
Sir.
Where?
When you get better and speak up, it's very.
Oh, can you hear me?
We can, but so what? Yeah, we network. Sure. I don't
where,
know
where a man's moral character and integrity are compromised when they choose silence over oppression. When they choose silence in the face of oppression and injustice, their integrity has been compromised and be a waste of my saliva to they know
themselves.
They know themselves. So Mami where scripting nana where we all read it before we came. But this is a coincidence started. That's the same way Mr. Ogbe started. So it goes to show that we are all in the same spirit and the same frame of mind. That the power has been returned to the people. It was the people cry. It was the people resolute that brought us to where we are today. I'll give an example. During obedient movement, I think what people have forgotten is that where Edo might follow, Edo might look well to other people, but we have our integrity, and when the Benin's are ready, we are really not to stop them.
Mm-hmm.
The 1879 Naga Taliban is a testament. And the obedient movement started strongly from Benin, from a doorstep, from Benin City. And then, yes, to big things. And then when you look at where a Mosunu Iyenga, when we all know what happened to him. And then now let's go to national. People sometimes make reference to toll gate. What happened in toll gate? It was because it was concentrated in one place in Lagos. Nation stand up and revolt. Now it will not only be a toll gate, it will be happening in Kano, Kaduna, Jos, Port Harcourt, Lagos, Benin, Asaba, everywhere. Now you tell me how toll gate will surpass that. How would they be able to? If people are willing and ready, nothing can stop us, and nothing can stop. Nothing can stop them. It is only when the people are not ready. That is where we see all this shenanigans, the Maradona Jagaban is playing. No. But my God, by God, I'm praying that by 2027, Nigeria will truly wake up. What these antecedents that we are seeing, all these indices that we are seeing that have been happening by Wike, Akpabio, Jagaban, and his collaborators, near the pacifier every day that are joining them. We need to wake up. I said it last time where Nigeria, both at home and in diaspora, needs to wake up and smell the coffee and know what is going on. A country where one man has become Lord, where there is an office of the president, the office of the first lady, the office of the first son, the office of the first daughter in the East Asia. Don't we see the editors that are following that boy? Exactly. And governors and professors are waiting for him at the airport to give him a salute? Where has that been done before?
Power drop.
Only now that is happening. Nigerians need to wake up. This has to stop in 2027. It must stop. Is that if Tinubu, the only way we can exit the INEC imposed governor in Edo State is if as a collective Nigeria, we are able to throw Tinubu out of that place. Because otherwise, we're in danger of having Aswe imposed Okpebolo coming back. But if Edo State is wise, we should join forces together. The first tax ahead, and then we'll go to the next phase. And I believe that Nigerians can do it because we've had enough.
Thank you. Are you ready?
I'm very much ready now. Yes. So, so far, so well. I greet you all again, and I greet the viewers out there too that are listening and watching. Thank you all for coming up with an idea on how to, address the issue that is currently, trend is the issue of ideology. And that terminology, ideology, something applicable to the Yoruba. From my last name there, you can see that they have an affiliation with the Yoruba. The grandfather was the king of Lagos. And my mother was, said, Benin, I cannot be doing. You understand? So, you see, by my understanding, we are a descendant of the Oba of Benin and a descendant of the Oni of Ife. That being said, I found it very, very appalling to see that the Benin's are now becoming an accomplice in supporting a stranger or an outsider over their own. That's what we're making other people lord over ourselves. Of what I will be talking about here today. And every steps of the way, I must always use that my Benin or rather Edo language. Why do I say this? Edo woman as a woman. Are we? Sister, you the moderator. You and I, we happen to live in the same part of the world.
Yes, sir.
Where we live in here, our community here, each neighborhood you go to, there's a bank. Traditionally, one person who speaks their language or understands their language that will be a teller that will be in the bank there. Take, for instance, if you are a Spanish, there must be a Spanish person there. If you are a Chinese, there must be somebody who understands the Mandarin. Why? They'll be able to cater for the needs of the people, so as to be able to realize the purpose for why that banking industry was set up. They got for ourselves. Now, let me quickly take, a case study with one day I went to, there's this, what's the name of the bank? First Bank, directly opposite Abado Market. And as of that time, I used to have a warehouse in Abado Market. So each time, I always, just walk across the road to the bank to do one or two transactions. On this very fateful day, when I was in a few days' time, I will be out of the place. So before this time, every time I go to that bank there to do a transaction, they always send me to the book room. where you want to withdraw anything as from $500,000 or whatever, it's what they call buckroom. I usually go there. And when I go there, particular lady, I don't want to mention her name for confidentiality purpose. She's always very friendly. She always greets me, I greet her. You know, and I never knew she's a Benin. We always talk in English. But on this very last day that was going to be my visit to the bank, so when I was leaving, I was giving out something to each of every one of the people there. Then I just told them, well, from now till you know, a very short period of time, we're not going to be seen. So but for the time being, you know, this is just my own way of saying thank you for your, you know, services to me. All this while that I've now spoke in Benin. Sorry, you know I'm at work. This guy now spoke in Benin and said, brother, oh, where's he? I was shocked. And I asked her, are you a Benin? She said, yeah. I said, that's why this why that I've been coming here. You've never in any way, shape, or form, you know, show to me you are a Benin. Why? You know I'm a Benin. She said, yeah. But you've never spoken Benin to me. Why? She said, they have a local police who will watch because I said, do I penalize you. I said, what? In Benin? So my mother and my father that are shedding in the market there, that did not go to school. So if they come here now, this is how they make it difficult for them. They have to speak in Benin. Why? Why for people? And I asked her, I said, you know this bank? He said, yes. First Bank. I said, First Bank is what they call Bank of Montreal in where I come from. If you don't know, go and find out. Where I come from, there's a bank called Bank of Montreal. That is the central bank. That's the first bank we have in Nigeria. I said, that is very wrong. I said, who is the councillor representing this area? She said, brother, in mind. I said, this is supposed to be the primary assignment of the councillor in their respective office. Who is the House of Assembly member? I said, you see where the whole thing comes out from, come up from. So that then let me fast forward. This is your lodger now. How will somebody from nowhere, someone from nowhere, just come up and decide to say they are coming to install an ideology in Benin? In Benin, you are coming to install a lodger. Okay, please, a lodger. There must be a reason for you. And why Benin? Because you see Lagos. When you are living in Lagos, you get to where? You get to Ogun. After Ogun, you get to. If you are coming towards Midwest, you get to Ogun. But if you are going further west, you go to Oyo. Hello. You go to Oyo, Ibadan. You pass there. You pass Osun. You pass Oshogbo. You pass Ondo. You decided it's Benin you are coming to. Why? In the first place, why Benin? What are the criteria used to determine, you know, where next you have to go to? I really want to know why Benin. So the question I have is two questions about it behind this Roger, and what is the factors responsible for the motive behind it? Okay, that's two. Then, Then three, Benin, we try to make other people lord over ourselves. Why? In Benin, I'm giving you a personal experience. In Benin, you find some chiefs in Benin telling a Benin person, the son of the soil, that he should sell the Gyobe to a stranger. Even forcing the person to say, if you don't sell, we will come to the palace. Sorry, we will come to the court to see to how that place will be sold to the stranger. You can imagine that is in Benin, and it is never done in anywhere. Let me take your mind back to Onitsha here. Onitsha here the other day, when I used to work with National Union of Road Transport workers, Benin unit. Igbo man will tell you that no, don't enter that motor BD. No, it's an you have to enter Igbo man own, and they respectfully they do it. But do I have anything against them? I don't have anything against them. But the fact remains that they know their own. They like themselves. You understand? And then we don't sell land to visitors. So whether you are our neighbor or whatever, we will never sell a land to visitors. You see how that sounds? Do you see anything wrong in it? No. Will you blame them? You won't blame them. It's all about culture. It's not about tribalism. It's all about culture. But why am I saying this? We should please try and make sure that we don't allow Oriovi to. I don't have that much to say again. He has spoken, and his words is final. You understand? Because according to that saying in Benin, so what I'm trying to use this opportunity to say now is this: please, we should do whatever it is necessary to ensure that whatever we are doing, Benin comes first. We should be able to propagate, promote, and project the cultural heritage and the well-being of the Benin people. Thank you
so much. Thank you, sir. At any time you want to exit, let us
know. I'm sorry to interrupt you, man. With due respect, I will always be muting. I won't exit because if I exit, you are telling me to run away from my shadow. You understand? I can't because Benin means everything to me. I am nobody without Benin.
Okay, sir. That was a very, very valid point. He raised some questions, and those are valid questions.
And
okay. I will speak very briefly.
So we'll be very quick.
He raised two questions: the motive and the factors behind. Okay, maybe I missed one of them. Okay. He said the one that I got was motive and factors behind this Iyaloja phenomenon.
Yes.
The motive is conquest in modern day history. That's how I would describe
colonization.
The conquest.
Yes.
Maybe not. If Mr. Lojo has been listening to our programs, I said something. He spoke about our councillors and our State House of Representatives. For the fact that these people, it just came to, we all just became blunt now in our faces. It started a long time ago. If you remember, I said in the era of Oshomole, I said I have an uncle who had wanted to be a local government chairman for a long time. When I live here, I joined him to buy drinks, cola nuts, and we go from Odionwe, go and tell Odionwe that the same way another candidate will come. So that's how he used to be. So what Oshomole did was to quickly eradicate our culture by someone coming to our villages first to come and meet our Odionwe. He eliminated that long ago, and none of us saw it coming. We didn't know that they were going to take another step. So if Mr. Olojo has been watching us carefully, so this is a plan that they've been following it carefully. So in the era of Oshomole, they removed this idea of if I want to be a councillor, I want to be a local government chairman, I want to be a state governor, the idea of going to the Inogi in some certain, I do have Inogi, my in-law. So we see this candidate, they come there. But when Oshomole came, gradually, he fizzled those people out of the way. They were fizzled out. Now, you go to Sadibe Avenue, you don't buy cola and give to the Inogi or Dionwe or Igai or whatever it is. You don't do these things anymore. You just come, they do their own nomination over there. They say, this is what we want, and boom, that person goes. So, our councillor, in answering Mr. Olojo directly, our councillor, they have all been cajoled.
Okay.
Our State House of Representative member, these people, they don't really serve the people. They serve that person who put them there. And for a long time, they have been doing that. So, thank God that today our market has been reorganized. We will also go further to ensure that this idea of washing away our culture, our heritage, our cultural heritage, I hope that they will restructure it in such a way that our culture holds sway above every other thing. Finally, I will say, there's one thing that I want all of you to go back. Go and look at that Yagbo. I'm not a good Yoruba person. Yagbo, whatever.
Okay,
whatever they were saying. We cannot have two laws, one for the president and his people, and another for the people of Nigeria. They were spraying money over there. Go back and watch. Josephine's right hand side, who was spraying money. We have not heard that the EFCC has gone to arrest that individual. So I have listened to so many social media channels and all that over this matter, but I have not seen anyone talk about that man spraying money. And if EFCC, they are saying that Obi Kubana, I don't want to mention all their names, they spray money, they were arrested, they were interrogated. Who, as we speak now, no one, when these people came from Lagos, they came to Benin, they were mutilating our naira. And nobody saw it. Nobody want to speak about it. Let me give the floor quickly.
Thank you so much.
Too much time.
Thank you. I'll let Ima jump in. Epalojo, he tried to answer your question. I think you are you satisfied?
Yeah, to a certain extent, yes, because I think I overheard when he was saying that when he mentioned Olojo and he said something cajole, whether the legislative arms of the office people representing that you voted they've been cajole or something of that nature. Yeah, to a certain extent, yes, but to a larger extent, let me quickly chip in something there. We
just have 30 seconds.
Just move ahead then, because 30 seconds won't be enough for me. Just go ahead.
Yeah. Ima is burning to also give you some points. After you, Iba.
The questions to me is on double layer, on multiple layers. Why Benin? They on their way to Benin, there were many towns and cities and places, market, Nagbera, and then they end up in Benin. The reason for that, the reason for that is not far-fetched. Like Mr. Brodali said earlier, in this program over and over again, and I think that we've touched on it and reiterated it many times. I will quickly just again say bottom line, state capital.
Yes.
Until
thank you.
On the way that Nigeria is currently constituted and the government is running, we cannot continue like this. And this is not sustainable. The only way that Nigeria can move forward, we have to deconstruct the present government and INEC system that we have. Otherwise, we're going to be rumor regurgitating. It's going to be a mundane over and over again. And then the government, the people will continue to be oppressed and no voice. And then the government of the day will just pick whoever they want, their stooges, and put there. And there's nothing that we can do about it. But the voices of the masses should continue to echo loud from the mountain voice, as we have seen currently in Benin City. And that must repeat all over the nation. Commit that we should deconstruct and reconstruct again the current system, INEC and the federal government. And by all means, I want to say that our tradition, kudos to what they did right now. One way that to answer the original question was that they wanted to penetrate, bring one person to penetrate, which is what they have. And the poster is a poster boy that has been placed in Edo State by the people who three categorically Jagabon, Shumule, and Akpabio to do this destructive work for them, to dismantle the existing government that is already in place, and also to penetrate the tradition and the custom, which he was trying to do. Now you wonder why. If his government in one power, up to now, that whatever, why has the government not spoken? Somebody gave permission, gave approval for that to happen. How did they fund it? Who gave permission for that space? The government dignitaries, the government personnel of Okada Revani, how did they happen to be there without a permission from their boss? So obviously, this stinks to me. It stink, very stink to me. What happened here? Why the government has been mute, refused to speak to this issue, and why the people around him, the Musa, the secretary to the state, and all of them, have refused to speak. So it goes to show where this is not just Tinubu daughters alone. This was orchestrated by, yes, orchestrated from the state government to the federal government to see where let's do it. Let's use Benin City as a test case for what will bankroll to other states as we move forward to 2027. But thank God, if here do the Benin market women stood up and said, Ona cannot stand. Ona Emudia will do. It will not stand, we will not allow it, and they stood gallantry for their right and fought for their custom and culture and for what they believe in. So I want to again thank them and say kudos to them. So I think that suffices an answer Mr. Olejo's question, where overall it is a state capture for what they want to do as against the backdrop of 2027.
Thank you so much. Thank you. We're moving on. Please, if you haven't liked the 4 likes here, we need to have more. Like, share, and subscribe if you haven't. Welcome to Edo Pride TV. This is a family meeting where we come and brainstorm together. We love ourselves. Epa, it is your turn to chip in your 2 cents. What did this cent give you? No, Mama, chip in.
Time's sake, Olojo has tell the honest,
yes,
at the moment. Why Edo State? I have asked that question several times, and I've answered myself several times too, because of the word, as I wouldn't use the state capture, the destruction. When for example, really when Shomole, I used to hear the those, but when you give them money, and we can see it plays out on that APC with the people that were saying nah, and all those things. When people are compromised because of money, you see anything can happen. I've told you earlier on where they are not quiet. They have only retreated to go for a bigger plan or other ways to achieve the aim, because the target is
27, 2.5 million votes.
Don't forget, when I started with you today within this very program, I used the word, when you borrow a leg, the legs of others says want you to go. So Okpewolo has come to power. Only him. It's only between him and his God that he knew how he came to power. So whatever shrine he went to, according to him, where the next day they went to church and said they want to go thank God. Those were just camouflaging. It's okay.
Lokoma.
When anything you do that in secret, don't forget, 3 people are always aware of that incident. Yourself,
yes,
God,
Yes.
the devil himself.
Yes, or whatever.
Yeah. So, the ever one year na church ni okpa nia e hani my oboni uni was the wrong side. But however, that is the side the society or the community as Jagaban owns Lagos, Jagaban everywhere. It is still through this market system, like Ugbe has already spelled out. When problem emanated from a Labour Party with the goatee man, what do you call forgetting the man's name? Apapa. But if you sit down yourself, you go and start asking, why is this man just being an issue? Yes, he put them there. Okay, we are saying now there is problem in PDP. If there is problem in PDP, is it Tinubu that is causing it? No, he is the winner. He has the power. He's using money to buy people. These people see they are moving. And I quickly want to use this opportunity. For example, in that kind of moment, there was a boy that won his House of Assembly back in Edo during that time. I'm just want to use this opportunity to say this. We are not contended. Some of us, I don't want to say all. We are not contended with what we have. Because once money is mentioned, man, like you said, we do all in Globe. You go to Benin, we are saying it now, it's land. Igbos don't sell land. They don't have the land anyway. But apart from they don't have the land, they don't sell it because they know the value of what land is. It's only a joke. They just carry common Toyota, the Land Cruiser home or Audi. Somebody will tell you where I want to buy the vehicle. He doesn't have money. He will tell you, I'm young. And 3 months that car destroys the door for you. So as we is for state capture reason that is trying to do that because one, they both needed themselves. Okpebolo knows very well. It's Jagaban. I don't want to use the word if. When Jagaban were to be found. So Jagaban coming back is a reality for Okpebolo or a dream for him to sustain him in Edo State come 2028. So in very time he has to do it to ensure because any boy I went to Abuja, I have to wait for my leader. That is correct. I agree. But I still feel that it is a plan towards 2027 because through this market women, you can see that there's little politics also playing within them. Is it Remy or that will say, oh, they don't want the market women to come out. You don't have to come out. They will tell them, you see these people staying back. It's a strategy. That was how. So the same thing he wants to use to break Edo. Thankfully, like you said, you pass through Ondo. It should be aware. But do people supposed to have? But then they just they thought that, oh, as usual, they would ride it through. That is why you see everybody muted today, not saying anything, not coming out. The media and AIDS. I don't know why what is paying millions for them for. So in that situation, please, it is a strategy for Baba Tinubu. Even himself is quiet. The Yaloja from Lagos is quiet. Unfortunately, do not do well. You came from Lagos. If you are a good diplomat, you see those days, these are presidents traveling. You get to Iran or you get to Arab world, you kind of try to put on the addressing to kind of reflect that culture as a kind of. And as I do, when you were installing Yaloja, you were speaking Yoruba in Edo land.
Because it's not from us, it's not part of us.
That already gave you that you are not part of this system.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chief Olojo. Oba have spoken in the end. whereas Iyeki, power has been given back
to the people.
I thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone. I will come to Olojo in a minute. But what I find very, if this had happened during that election, when they foisted Monday on us, if the Benin people, Edo people, not just Benin, Edo people came out like this to refuse. This is not who we voted for. INEC has, just turn our elections upside down. This is not who I would have loved it. Just like these women spoke right now, if we had spoken at that time, I don't think this travesty of an election of Monde Pueblo would stand today. It will not stand. Again, I was on this Pueblo's political ambition, political power is tied to Tinubu. It's like a mother and the fetus. The baby gets the nutrition from the placenta. But the moment you deliver, sometimes we have a problem during pregnancy. They'll say, "Oh, placenta previa," or all those. The doctors will be alert and warning you, "Madam, not lift. Come and do bed rest so that the placenta doesn't detach." Anytime it detaches, then that's the end of the baby. So on your side, the baby placenta is separate. It's separate, and then the child can now breathe independently because abiola done. So if we cut off this umbilical cord, this political umbilical cord, Monday's political umbilical cord, if we cut it off, meaning we have to remove Tinubu, so that 2028 will not bring back this curse that they've heaped upon Edo people. So I'm just using this lesson to quickly get to our people where if you sense this kind of manhandling, this kind of travesty, recolonize and refuse, like you just vehemently refuse now, do it again at any point in time so that they know that the power of the people is greater. Okay, thank you so much. I'll yield the mic. Olojo, is your turn. You have 2 minutes or 3 minutes max.
Okay. Hello.
Hey, Paolo,
Yeah. Why we call Orega comment? So let me quickly say this little lesson before other things can come in to distract my attention. One, mental in our opinions, views, or suggestions. You see, it's human nature, okay? Where the excesses, not a human being, the only thing that help to cut down the excesses is the rule of law. There's bound to be anarchy. If you are in any of these people's position, you probably do the worst. Why? Because where if I'm not run away, that dog the only thing that I will see here where it should be what emphasis should be laid upon should be our mind and our thinking. We should try to change away from it. We seem not to know our potentials. We seem not to know who we are. Everybody beg for validation. Everybody beg for recognition. History told me, retired Russian general, history, literature, religion, they are man-made. The only thing that is real is the environment and the nature. Having said that, history told us where before the advent of the British onto Benin Kingdom, Oba of Benin used to rule from Benin to Ghana. That is Ghana. That's to tell you how powerful about Benin guy. Before the kidnapping, we shouldn't say where before Vrama was deported. It wasn't deported. Anyway, before we capture Vrama, they did not capture Vrama. They kidnapped Vrama. Vrama was kidnapped. But Chinese was kidnapped.
Yeah.
That area you see today, not Southern Nigeria, there was nothing like Southern Nigeria. It was great kingdom. That is why it's called the Bight of Benin. That was why when Ovorame was kidnapped in 1897, illegally, you understand, criminally sent to Calabar. Nothing was done. Nigeria couldn't amalgamate Nigeria. They waited. After the demise of Ovorame in 1914, they quickly amalgamate Nigeria together. So you see, against our history, will give us the ability to know where we are coming from. So when you know where you are coming from, you know where you are going. If you don't know where you are coming from, you don't know where you are going. So they destroy the traditional institution and make only the political institution relevant now. And by saying doing, in the illegal constitution they came up with the so-called Dagon name Nigeria, now stipulates that where even a local government chairman should be the one paying the Oba. It might be the odds. Who is the governor? Who is the president? Now I want to pay Obama be local government chairman. The government are roots from Benin. The Portuguese is saving where wow, this place is a city. Because of the way it was structured. Because of the way and manner, the governance of the place was, being run. Because of how orderliness things was. You understand? So now, if you don't of my error, total. No, look at this in a retrospect. No, carry out a research. I was moving from bank to bank. I don't see anything Benin name. The only one that is even come close to Benin name would be Anisha man. But I was looking, not Benin. In Benin City. No, I can trust you to know. We were seeking for a contract. And I went out here because I'm not here of a very young man and here. And I did the currency for contract and the maintenance. And the management of the Akwa Ibom Airport. Again, Akwa Ibom for this man now, Fabio, the current president of Senate, he was the governor then. They went. Our prince, where do you get power? Where do you know that when we arrived in Paris, because they took Air France, or where a plane, my no light plane from Paris to Lagos, or where 65% to 75% of them were all Edolites. They arrived in Lagos. Now, we were to Lagos, I beg airline arrived. When I beg airline arrived, you understand what is called economic power. We are not worried. So you can imagine how good and pleasant it would be before God and man to see that we're playing him out in Lagos or not go straight to Benin International Airport River. When the economic empowerment not cost, when the development not bring to the land. Because right now, you are compelling the other people. How? May not throw the airport in even that day. Yeah, I can't wait tax in your this convert beds of an account you go now. A cat in whoever is the management of that cat, Irania cannot be winning.
Yes.
You can never like that. If I don't go when we get another to house when I don't even here. Even here, the gather at the end of the day to go a long way for them. You got like a taxi, you can't laugh. Then the mechanic keep a pickup running with taxi and metal. A gas station, another gas station, all the benefit of the senior gas. Even the kind of key. Okay, I get it lucky. Then even squatters and you see how you grow economy.
Yeah.
But in this case, nothing like that. We are being compelled now to grow Lagos economy. Now, in Canada, I know my name. The statistics show that although for the most recent time, I mean, we carry out any census or whatever, but here we are in the database. Here we have about 33 million. Go and find out. Don't believe me. Don't disbelieve me. But hold on to this power of information is a potential power. Lagos is about 33 million population. That's equivalent to the entire population of Canada. You know, shipping ports, man, in Canada, man, in Montreal. We're talking of East Coast, or in Montreal, or in Nova Scotia. If you talk of West Coast, or in DC, that is the Canada and 33 million population. Then Lagos, arguably, you have close to 3 million. The Lagos rate of like Wasabi Mahia. By so doing, making life unbearable for the people. And I'm because of one thing or the other, there's a delay. Don't more I'm trying to frustrate someone. I'm trying to wonder where they will imagine. You understand? If we develop the port where is there anything wrong in it? Okay, the advancement, but the British also trying to talk because they need cost in the do. Don't want because they are the king. You don't let the prince. Everybody, you just cut everybody down. I want enough way you Fulani about. The Fulani become their agent. The Fulani don't look for few selected corrupted people. Those people you call traitors, vampires. So people are not serving the interest of the Fulani. Instead of it to be to the political institution, which is orchestrated by the Fulanis. If you answer if my government disintegrates for Fulani, there's something like Fulani. It's Fulani or answer. So this is what has been going on. The earlier the better. Be able to retreat. We will not be able to know how do we do. Okay, we have to come to the classroom, to the drawing board. Understands that where we are on our own. This is where this formula comes from. DIY, do it yourself. You have to be a door first. And I wonder why today the school curriculum, I teach at the school. They know they can answer what they know. Where are you from? My language, the question is not a piece. Or where there's no question with an answer. Now in Nigeria. Then before I even say that out, why are you Igbo Yoruba? Is there anything you know about Nigeria that I don't know? They just told me you have extension. Yes. Where? Because she's University of Toronto, U of T, studying Igbo language. Can you listen to that? U of T studying Igbo language. I'm not know where we do. Manili I said, school said, Mama, come away vernacular. And once you know your woman or your woman, he has culturally been promoting these things at your school. Every now and then, a school is particularly in the summer. Now they do classes, it's free of charge. At times they even have some goodies there to encourage Buhari. How many of us take it seriously? A problem again. People not federal, people not state, or people not anywhere. A problem to be mad or until we decide where you know what. It's either our way or no way. Then a brand new headway can happen. If not, there can never be because we become a seller. Then we are I respect them politically. They are able to organize themselves. Anywhere you go to, I went to immigration office the other day. Immigration, two of them serving together, and soon among the Beninese. So we have to wake up because a lot of us are sleeping in slumber. You have to wake up.
Thank you so much. You know what? This is a great lecture. I'm gonna bring you back someday to lecture you. Yes, and then I hope you guys are following.
Yeah, to sum it up, one of the things that I take from him was where the the amalgamation of Nigeria was orchestrated by the British, and it was a fraud that was put upon us. And that amalgamation only happened after the dismantling of the Benin Empire. And I think last week I also said it 2 weeks ago. I also said it too, where if you look at the timeline between 1897 to when Nigeria was amalgamated in 1914, it was about 13 or 17 years. And in a born in Lolugad, and I all because this was orchestrated because they knew how powerful the Benin Empire was prior to that time. And the only way they could have the old Nigeria, they could amalgamate Nigeria, the last empire that they could not be able to overcome was the Benin Empire. That was standing on their way. And that was why they knew where our Oba cannot see a visitor at that time. And Mr. Olojo rightly put it. I thank you for putting it that way. Ovorame was kidnapped. Because you hear all this distorted story about where it was captured, all ladies. No, that was not the story. But they continued to distort the story. And when charity began from home, I think we have done a disservice to ourselves, the Beninese, because we have not been able to tell our own story. But where the only person that can tell a story authentically is you who holds the story. Because some other guy, it will either take away or add to it to their advantage. But it is only you when you said your own story. No one can tell my story but me. And so until the Benin begin to speak truth to power to say this is who we are. And let's not our conscience. And that's where God where we are today. Rightfully so, in Shomolata Amatano, Mr. Olojo, you can so the Gelegele for so long. The Benin Lagos road, look at how it is. It is not even motorable. And then look at the Gelegele for instance. Why are all these things not being implemented to make sure that they revamp it, for instance, to do a Gelegele? We know because, but the federal government, because they don't want to centralize a port in it, they want it to be only Lagos. And because the Yorubas are so powerful and they know where the economy that is coming to Lagos will be now divided if Gelegele port become a reality, and that is why they are beginning to sit on it and don't or government or the people beginning to rise up and demand for our equal right to say this is our right. We need our economic power to be revamped, i.e. Gelegele port and the road. Yes, Gelegele port. Because imagine the economic power of Gelegele if that will begin to send the message, and that hopefully we will begin to wake up from our slumber. Even South Africa, we are sleeping, Benin are sleeping, and Nigeria is sleeping on their slumber. Until we wake up and face reality, we continue to live in a fallacy world, and the oppressed continue to be oppressed by the people, by the 1% of Nigeria. That is not supposed to be.
Well said. Thank you very much, my people. Thank you so much. If you don't mind, I wanted to move on to the next topic. Anybody want to round up, because there's a topic I want to treat with Mr. Ube.
Yeah, but before then, my brother, Mr. Maigbe has spoken. Mr. Olojo Kosoko has spoken. There are some certain things I want to get clear here.
Okay.
First of all, Mr. Olojo, he mentioned that the population of Canada, he was talking about 33 million. Because I want people to come to this channel and learn facts. And if we say things that are not right, come back again, we will apologize and we'll tell you the truth. The population of Canada as of the early part of this year was 41
I forgot that part. Yes.
Yeah. So, and it's projected to be over 42 million, about 42.2 million by the end.
Yes.
But I can authoritatively say that the population of Canada, for the benefit of those that are 51 thereabouts, so we are far more than that.
Thank you.
Then I want to quickly touch on the other, because I don't want a situation where we begin to dwell so much on the past. Because I remember I mentioned one day that the First Nation, the people of Canada, when before independence, they were able to negotiate. They negotiated with the British, the French people. That's how you have reserved area in Canada. But unfortunately, our people, we didn't do that. I read history. So we don't want to go back to why we are speaking. The people that are speaking a dual language is just only 7 local government area and all that. But what do we do? I'll be more interested in what do we do going forward? Because when we talk about those airports, those national, national assets like seaports and all that.
Mr. Agbe, can I interject so you can marry
Okay,
this?
not a problem.
Yeah, you did teach us here in geography one time that Benin is landlocked. Yes, it's landlocked. So if this Gele topic is coming up, where are we going to exit and come in when it is landlocked?
I was coming to that. So this national asset, what Mr. Olojo said is correct. There's no, because our money, how we, in Lagos, we come to Lagos when we are flying from anywhere, either you go to Lagos, you go to Port Harcourt, or you go to Abuja and stuff like that. And today, a lot of us, there's no house in Benin where you don't have someone that is abroad. None. In a do. So that having been said, you see, this is why we need the answer to all these ones are visionary leaders.
Correct.
Not those ones that are entering inside gutter and jumping out of gutter. Jumping into gutter and coming out of gutter will not help.
2.5 million.
We need visionary leaders who will be able to articulate. So that's on that side of it. Then on the Gele side of it, I also spoke some time ago. I said on that day when then Governor Obaseki, he was here in Toronto, I tried to unique club also during that Edo convention here in Toronto.
Yeah,
I rushed to come here to come geography at University of Ibadan. So
yes,
maybe past governor, our dear Governor Obaseki, maybe he's listening to this. I want to let every one of us understand one thing. Those that don't understand geography, just go and get a large map of the current Edo state. A lot of mistakes have been made, not by Obaseki, but before, when Edo state was created. There was a lot of mistakes were also made. Gele will not. I wish it will work, but it will not work. Underline.
Whoa.
Gele will not work. Those that are thinking of Gele, go back home, sleep, and think of something different. You know why? River Ethiopia went straight into the Atlantic Ocean. And you have Gele River. It's an offshoot of River Ethiopia. Please, for those that understand geography, go back and look at the map. And today, Edo has been locked up. The current today, what's the name of that local government again? Shekiri North.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, not Shekiri North. Warri North local government. That is Edo State. I mentioned some time ago that Justice Ways in 1983 gave a judgment ceding that area to Edo. But unfortunately, during the carving out of Edo State and all that, for those of us who don't understand, you have to understand today, go and look at the map, that after Benin City, after Okuama, those areas, those are our Joseph Bale, my brother's area, all the way down to the Atlantic Ocean. That is the current Warri North local government. Even if you look at what the federal government is doing in Apapa and Tinkan, what are they doing? They are dredging, because those areas are still not deep enough for some certain type of vessel to be able to come into Apapa and Tinkan. To be honest with you, because in oceanography, you look at the coral reef, just like you look at mountains on the land. That is the same way you have depth, ocean depth. It's also undulating, like you have on the land. You have mountains, valleys, and all that. When you go to coral depth, down below the water, you also have undulating landscape. The truth is that Calabar area is deeper in Nigeria than any other area in terms of Atlantic Ocean. So because of this, Lagos have been given that opportunity. So what are they doing now? Because it's not deep enough to be able to accommodate large sea vessels. Therefore, they are dredging. We are not even talking of the Gelegele. Gelegele is a river. We're not even talking. So we don't have access directly to the Atlantic Ocean. That is a big problem. Whether it's Governor Obaseki, whether it's whoever comes in, Gelegele will not work. The best you can do is maybe you use lighter vessel. You use lighter vessel. So what's the name of that village again? Baramatu. The area anywhere south of Baramatu is right there on Atlantic Ocean. Maybe you have some vessels, use light vessels to begin to ferry distance and bring them to Edo State. I don't think airport. Wow. I understand. When we have visionary leaders, that will work. We can have an international airport in Benin City, because every day Benin are traveling in and out, going outside of the country. But for that of Gelegele, please, if you have any geographer, bring him to this studio and let us have a discussion. And I will explain over and over again that Gelegele will not work. It will not work unless you want to do something like inland, like what Obaseki was doing.
I'm not hearing you guys. Are you hearing me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Am I hearing me?
We can hear you. I want to ask Ogbe a question before we move on. Oh, Mr. Ogbe. Hello. Now I know network. Yeah. Now we are at this junction now. What message do you have for people who are vilifying Obaseki for not bringing in the Gelegele? He's going to touch base with Gelegele seaport, and we were seeing other sea buses and all of them. So right now, the opposition or people who do not like him, they are all saying, what about Gelegele? Omawe, what message can you pass today? Because you are just telling us, categorically that Gelegele will not work, with all sense of humility and all of that. So I just want you to pass this message. I mean, not here. Was it this reason that he couldn't forge ahead with it?
Okay, I'm not in Obaseki's cabinet, but no. I know at the point that they were talking about the inland port. So if you hear the word inland, it is off the shores. On shore is on shore now. Offshore is inside the river or ocean. So inland, if you want to do something like inland, for example, from Lagos, take so many containers from Lagos and bring them to somewhere in Edo State or any other place where there is an inland port. But in terms of Gelegele, first of all, Edo State does not have access to the Atlantic Ocean. That is one thing. When you say port, where do you build a port? You build a port close to Atlantic Ocean. Why is it that here in Ontario, we don't have a seaport here? Why? They go to Montreal. Most of these things, I've been to Nova Scotia, I've been to that port over there, right there, right there on Atlantic Ocean. Yes. Even in Montreal, the other side, not Montreal, the other side of if you are shipping, you will understand that there's a port in Baltimore, there's a port in New Jersey. All these ports are located right there at the right there on the corridor of the ocean, be it Atlantic Ocean or Pacific Ocean or wherever. These things are always there. So now coming back to Edo State. Edo State does not have a direct access to the Atlantic Ocean. It's only Delta State. That is why I'm saying that if Warri North local government area was not ceded to Delta State, that would have been our leeway into the Atlantic Ocean, because we would have had Baramatu Kingdom. We call them kingdom. That's what they say over there. So if you go back to that Opuama, Baramatu, I forgot the names of this is my job brothers community. So that is the only way we can, our only way to the Atlantic Ocean. Yeah. So, but using Gelegele River, Gelegele River did not directly go into the ocean. It went into River Ethiop. So River Ethiop, from Gelegele River, it goes to River Ethiop. Ethiop is the one that empties itself into the Atlantic Ocean. So unless you are using light, like I said before, lighter, deep ocean sea vessels cannot even land there. So, but it can be dredged. Let us assume that we have the access to the Atlantic Ocean. Then we can say, okay, now we want to dredge. Gelegele is inside of Nigeria. It is not by the ocean. Like you have Escravos. Escravos is right there at the Atlantic Ocean. So all these ports that we are talking about, okay, for my brothers and sisters, if you go to Cocoa, not Cocoa Junction, the whole main town, all there had a fish. It was importing fish into Nigeria. That all there. We all know our food and whatever. So all they also have Nigerian customs there. So that same seaport, when they fly, you can ferry yourself from there directly into the Atlantic Ocean. More or less, it's still a gateway into Nigeria, but you cannot have. There are some certain vessels that can come to Cocoa in the current day delta. The River emptied itself into River Ethiop, and River Ethiop emptied itself into the Atlantic Ocean. Let us look at our own Oriomo. Oriomo River emptied itself into Ethiopia, and Ethiopia further emptied itself into Atlantic Ocean. The same way Oriomo is, that is the same way Gelegele is. But Gelegele River is bigger. It's bigger than River Oriomo, but not as big as River Ethiopia. Though I see one where as a normal Yobogyo. So all these rivers, they have the way of merging into another one. Then finally, their destination is into the Atlantic Ocean. Gelegele will not work as an inland port. Yes, someone tell us, if you're a politician, tell us the truth. As an inland port, good. But to say Gelegele is a port, we don't have access to directly into the Atlantic Ocean. And even where it emptied itself into the Atlantic Ocean, the depth in that area of Atlantic Ocean, it's like somebody saying you want to put a seaport at Bar Beach. Bar Beaches, that's a shallow land inside the water. Thank you. I don't want to take too much.
Wesley, thank you so much. Thank you. Can we move on, because time is fast spent? Let's go ahead. Okay, Wesley. There's a video here that it's been itching my mind, and though we did talk about 1 minute, let's watch.
the opposition PDP. It's one of this country's biggest state government-led investment tricks. A deception that they say is aimed at helping the Edo State Governor, Monday Obebelo, prop his ailing administration. It all centers around a statement issued by the Edo State government recently that it had signed a deal with the European African Chamber of Commerce and Industries, or Euro-Africa CCI, to invest some $250 million in the state. The deal was reported to have been signed during the 2025 Edo State Global Investment Summit, which took place in Glasgow, Scotland recently. But the PDP says it's combed through information not just about the purported deal, but about the deal maker, Euro-Africa CCI. And it says that what it found was pure wreckage designed to fool the public. Take a listen to the organizing secretary of the PDP in Edo State, Obede Ifaluyi Isipo, a former Edo State Commissioner for Digital Economy, Science and Technology, speaking on this program on Friday.
There was really no $250 million investment deal. The governor and his aides actually went to Scotland for a vacation. And just in an attempt to impress the Edo people, they came up with that idea of let's make up something that looks like we're going to actually work. I can tell you, matter of factly, that the government may not even have been aware of such a deal. Upon getting to Nigeria and getting to see how the Edo people had criticized his frivolous trips, and 2 or 3 days later, they came up with such an investment deal. And trust the Edo people, trust the smart people. They went to investigate. They realized that there was really no such deal.
How do you mean they went? Who went to investigate?
I mean, Edo people generally.
Yeah, but the PDP investigated.
Oh, yes, we did. And we had independent Edo people go ahead to do their own investigations. I mean, it doesn't cost
somebody. If somebody says they checked,
yes,
and comes up with their own assessment based on whatever colorations they have, you're the constituted opposition.
Yes.
Did you check?
Absolutely, we did.
Right. Okay.
As a political party, we did, and as individuals, we did.
Right.
We called the number on the website of the so-called organization, and one lady from Ibadan or somewhere in the southwest was speaking to us. Is that an organization? What were the terms and conditions? And it would amaze you that it's been several days after, not a comment has been made by the governor of the state.
Well, that was Mr. Isibo on this program on Friday. Well, the Edo State government requested a rebuttal, and of course we granted it. And so, for that right of reply, I'm joined now in the studio by the pioneer Director General of the Edo State Diaspora Agency, Dr. Loretta Oduware Oboro in Scotland. Thank you very much indeed for coming in.
Thank you, Charles, and good evening.
What's your reaction to the central allegation made by the PDP's Obede Ifaluyi Isibo in that interview that the $250 million investment deal, which the Edo State government claimed Governor Obebelo signed with Euro-Africa CCI, is at best bogus and at worst?
First place, I think I must commend Arise for ethical journalism.
Sorry, the video is a little long, but I need to get to where something.
I'm here to lay the facts. We had letters to even the first Prime Minister of Scotland as far back as maybe 3 months before that summit, and even the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. People were assembled. That's not true. Investors came to the summit, and the role of the Edo State Diaspora Agency, one of our mandates and terms of reference, is actually to bridge the gap between the state and her people and get investors for economic growth. And annually, the Edo State Global Investment Summit is going to be happening. It happens to be the European African Chamber of Commerce and Industries. And during that hybrid event, their Director General logged in on Zoom. and he stated what he represents, the body he represents, and what attracted them to Edo State, the natural and earth reserves of land as well, and that desire to make the world a better place as far as they are concerned. Interestingly, the European African Chamber of Commerce and Industry is an assemblage of chambers of commerces across the Europe and Africa.
But African chambers
of
commerce. Somebody can go into their backyard and say they've got a chamber of commerce. The question is whether you, as a government, authenticated that group and assessed their capacity to come up with $250 million.
So, interestingly, this is a group that has been working across different countries, Ghana, Sierra Leone, and even in Nigeria with I'm not at liberty to mention
I don't mean to interrupt you, but we actually took a look, and we didn't quite see anything that they were. I mean, we saw places where he was made the chairman of, some farmers association or something or other, but we didn't see any evidence. $50 million of investment. You expect to see considerable assets along with that organization and places where they put their money. That's what's raising questions. It's not just politics, it's people.
It's important that people actually do their verification. For us, we saw a track record. They have investments with the Navy ongoing, but I'm not at liberty to even mention how much that is.
Okay, so that's where I can, that's the cutoff I can take. When Loretta says she's not at liberty to mention anything that they want to invest $250 million into, that is a whole bag of dash to me. So I want somebody to just take on this topic, because you know what? When we were asking for answers, we were craving for answers, they had nothing to give us. They had nothing to submit. And there was a guy that picked up a lady from Papa or whatever, Lagos, speaking Yoruba, could not answer to those questions. So what do you want us to do? We are the taxpayers. So my brothers, you see this topic. You are dealing with somebody with $250 million. Are you telling me, is this a joke? And whatever investment that they've had with other people before, like, who are you talking to? Are we babies here? Somebody should help me.
I want to beg my brother's line that I want to take this topic. First of all, listeners here and classify our beautiful daughter, mother, Loretta. Unfortunately, she is a good seed that has fallen in an unproductive soil.
Oh God! Like, come on, cut me some slack.
Yes, we understand that she is not the media person or whatever. I repeat again, Dr. Loretta is a good seed falling on an unproductive soil, and whatever thing that she's doing for what do you call APC, I still give her the benefit of doubt. According to her, it's Edo Orima here. Anybody that comes in that is ruling, peradventure, rather than just leave it to just fall, probably whatever you can, let us try to see if we can salvage it. But unfortunately, what I am seeing in APC under Okpebholo, it is irredeemable. If you have ever, I don't know, I don't know if you have ever, if you try to communicate, you don't understand Hausa, and Hausa person does not understand Edo, and they want to talk to each other. That's the way I have seen the APC-led government of Okbeodo. The 250 million or whatever they talked about was a very big scam. Unfortunately, for you to be able to beat a system, you have to understand that system. So they were traveling out. We talked about development since. They said digital government. You don't know it. Going to Scotland to go and woo investors, foreign investors. That was the first thing about. They were just Edo people. So the headings would have been, when I saw the poster that they used to promote it in Glasgow, I said, well, if you are a graphic designer, you have anything to do. The first thing that I also gave them out, you are calling a white man to come to a program by 7 o'clock. On the flyer, you are inviting that white man, no Africa time. So who are you communicating with?
Nobody.
You are telling a white man no Africa time. And since when have we gone out, governor, whatever, to go and woo investors? There is no single picture to depict a white man. As somebody was trying to make a joke out of it, oh, there was a white man, he said, once he said, I should look to the right, the guy that wore there. I said, white man. Said, yeah. So I think my Ovienzo Woba, his real name, he has a one beautiful name. That is his middle name. So I had expected today that Edo governor, or rather the government, should own up to that trash they try to throw at Edo people's face. However, they will not, because it has been happening and it continues to happen. Today, if a governor comes out to say, oh, like they said now, they are doing, what do you call it, the flyover, everybody is clapping. A governor that say I'm tying road, you are not supposed to have, because that was the purpose, the reason why he asked for your vote. For you. I don't want to say.
APC will clap for anything.
Yeah, educational purpose. Yes, I'm going to say it every time. It's going to take more than the grace of God. Before you defend APC, you have to first of all tell yourself you are stupid.
They are indefensible.
You have to just first of all agree. Because the media men of you can't per se. Let's go back to 1972. Ogbemudia after the war tried to assemble the Igbo scientists. When it was his idea, when he built that house number 108 in West Circular, he called this and that for the production technological transformation. It was we heard that Ogbemudia was contacted by the federal government then to drop that idea. That was how that house sunk. Because you are going to revive the awareness of the Igbo people of this development. The same thing we're talking about, we talk about Gele a while ago. Like you say, if you understand it, we can dredge, we can do a light vessels. I remember my president, they bring caterpillar, bulldozer through Siloko. Even the British we're talking about now, how did they come to to Edo, to Benin, probably with the bigger vessel. Also remember, I was in 91 when the Edo State was created. This idea of Mr. Bemudia said visionary what?
Leaders.
Leaders.
Yeah, visionary leaders. Not just jumping into the gutters and looking for 2.5 million.
The Shekiris were agitating for them to be joined to Edo State. Security said they are Edo people. So the debate with them was that, oh, if security is inside his name, how do we carve it out? But if we have somebody that had this vision of this, what you're talking about, this seaport way back then, it's politics to play into it and ensure that that very part that we're talking about that could lead to economic development of Edo State would have been carved and added to Edo State. So, my brothers and sisters, viewers, and everyone, it is not education. When Mudia did not attend the University of Glasgow or what do you call it, Cambridge University, the project of Bemudia put down as a 72, 73, 74, 75 was what Obaseki came to complete that day 40 years after. 50 years ago, could have that vision. I remember he brought Mission Road, but I constructed. We go and those days we go there to go carry store doors to our houses to go and make table tennis board. Akpava. These are visionary leaders. It doesn't have to be you go to school, even as educated as with these seven. My brother, put yourself. If you look at the PDP at the moment, it's educated. This seven is something now. Right now, when you hear that voice speaks, you hear that things will come up. They will bring somebody to come and destroy the PC. The Owani Amude will mess up the whole thing.
Oh my God.
It's very painful. You have said it earlier on. If that all come out, and but all of them, it hurts me to see that beautiful brain of that lady in this
waste.
Yes, because they just put her out there. Okay, you need to say something. You need to say something. Yes, it happened here. Because that day, unfortunately, in Motro here, when they all came, I had a question. And I told them over here, but people that will speak, either you have a premonition of probably the question this guy is going to say, he's going to ask, or I don't know. When Shaibu came out, Obaseki started well, but he didn't end well. He saw the result he got. It was a fat back from the crowd. Obaseki, in the whole of Nigeria, for example, how many deputy governors can you mention? But you shine because Obaseki gave you the gateway for you to be out. And through that, you were taken to go to federal level now. And I want to ask him, if you are moral enough, in your own judgment, if you have conscience, would you want to thank Obaseki for exposing you? That was the question for that guy in that very great platform that day. So for our brotherliness, for our what do you call it, ethnicity, for whatever party, partisan, whatever, they just messing that state up. Nobody is saying the truth.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
So that's where I see it was a fluke, and that fluke is still on now. We've also heard that how many days ago now? What here? Tinubu is putting what do you call it name for INE, and I put on my Facebook page. I used to push. We used to write on our what do you call it concern as well, but there are some information that I feel is only Professor Nena Oti in Nigeria politics. In Nigeria, if you want to say, you know that woman in Abia State.
The one that saved Abia. Yes. Okay.
Where is that?
I'm on it. No, they want somebody that will serve their purpose.
So so that if we need to go like this one, we just I don't know how we're going to put it. No. In the first, and everyone is quiet today. So
thank you, sir.
Ask before we leave this program. Now it's not to quarrel, it's not to cause anything. You use one word today. You say what is good for the
good. It's good for the land.
We just come. So we say what we try to do for granted as a scam.
Okay. West is that Montreal conference that you had, but yes. I was reliably informed that at every given point, Loretta would tell the people to always thank the governor, and I'm wondering for what? Why are we thanking Mondo, and then you expect me to say thank you, sir, for what?
Please, to me.
Yes, you were there, but I was reliably informed.
If you,
yes. If
you were there too, you will see too that what are we doing? What are we trying to do this month?
Loretta Lucky
is a public image. Like I said, I'm not blaming her. I'm not blaming her.
Governor for what? To retain her position?
For example, our deputy governor also spoke and told us to say, please, can you clap for me? You can't clap. You can't ask me to clap for you. One more, and I feel that is how that spring comes in the two. It told already. So it's control, image making, good image making. But like I said, a drunkard. I want to warn you. Your father is at home. You are coming home. You want to ensure where we do better. The more you try to be careful, the more you policemen they work on it. It start to fumble out of it. So that is the way I see the system right now. So now it's just to now try to redeem our governor's image. That is the way I see all those shenanigans.
Exactly, because in the real sense, in the real world, we need to hold these guys accountable for spending our money, not to thank them for enslaving us, right? So they're putting us down and they're using our command. Bring me up to speed. I'm sorry to be this kind of a person. I don't understand.
We read the Bible today. The Bible said it. The Bible said that Obama Lord John was angry a while ago. When you give him opposition, anger. No. We have said this several times. What is in the Bible a do as a culture, as a no
Thank you, sir.
That's the way.
Thank you, table manners. Can you jump on the topic and give us your 2 cents?
Thank you,
sir.
Bringing this topic up. I didn't know this was going to come up, but we are here.
Yes.
I like the clip. There was some surprising fact. First of all, I think the topic has widened, but let's stick deepen it a little bit.
Yes, sir.
Because Mr. Wansia widened it. So, but we had it so deepen into it so that it become more deeper.
It's on share.
Um,
Yeah.
I want to first of all say Dr. Loretta is somebody that I respect. I want to put that first of all. Let me be upfront with that. I have met with her one-on-one. I have her in my contact. Every now and then we phone, we talked on the phone, and we sent text messages to each other. She actually sent me a clip of the class group. She was actually the first person that I got that from.
Oh, I see.
Yes,
Okay.
and when she became the diaspora, she sent me messages. I congratulate her, though I have my reservation. And so when you look at, again, I respect her for what she have accomplished in her profession, aside from the government aspect. When you look at that clip, this is the first time I seen that part. I saw the one for Ifalo before. And then when you contrast attempts to pour me the event not soon be glass group. And then when you also contrast that to what my brother Ifalo said, you see day and night between the two of them, those two interviews. But Ifalo was to the point. These are questions that need to answer. This. And then you see my sister trying to say, well, I'm not at liberty to say this, I'm not at liberty to say this. Now, perhaps my sister Loretta, that I respect, should be reminded that when you are serving as the governor of a state of any state for that matter, nothing is at liberty anymore because you are accountable to the people that you serve. Otherwise, you should not be told that 250 million is coming to be invested. We need answers to be answered. When people are curious, when people want answers because there are certain things that there are hiccups, then these things need to be clear. It is not a fault that we're asking. First, let me look at this. The Europe African Commons Investment their website, from all indication, appears to be not genuine or whatever. There's no phone number. So where's the phone number? Is not authentic. Yeah, I'm still looking for somebody. I'm still looking for somebody within the government of Pueblo to show us the antecedents, work activities of these African, Euro-African Commands office and their location. And so when all these things are missing, it calls for serious questioning at that glass book. And now you look at the time I gave, and for 3 weeks or 2 weeks, as the case may be, and the private jet, and as someone said, I saw, where the only white person you are going to lure investors to Edo State. As someone said, the only white person in Amievani was Tinubu. Was the only white person.
Yes, sir.
I mean, why you are in a white man's land to purportedly lure white investors, foreigners, to Edo State. And then the only white man or also come with you was also the person that came with the sensitive flight with it, that place.
This is a fluke.
Was your right hand man chairman, who is always sheepishly with you all the time, trying to direct you so that you don't fall foul of what you're going to say? Where Mr. Governor Tarina, Mr. Governor Tarina. Otherwise, why would Governor is going to be? Because he's there to checkmate you, to direct you to Tarina. So they are packaging him all the way. So I would have loved to see the end of Loretta claim, to see whether or not she actually answered the question. because from what I saw, the question that was posed to her by the interviewer was not answered. That is by the side. Now, speaking of the Montreal, as a matter of fact, I got a lot of calls and text messages from people because I think many people thought that I was going to be there. I didn't go, and I choose not to go for reasons best known to me. But I also got a first hand of what happened here, who was speaking for the government, who spoke what, who said what. Then I also
heard that. At the moment they clap now for what? People said Balablu and you guys were clapping. Look at where it landed us.
No. Realistically speaking, this is a child play. The child play, and it's not to be taken lightly that Edo State has been taken for a joker. Edo State has been taken for a fool. We have been captured to be relegated to idiocity. People no mind now. Otherwise, why would the governor representative be speaking in a loud international crowd like that and be saying Wakubome? I mean, can you imagine Obama speaking eloquently and then asking, "Oh, Wakubome"? I mean, how did we get here? So now, let me not deviate.
Yes,
so speaking of the 200,
you're rounding up in 30 seconds.
Speaking of the 250 million, I think the government should do better. Let her come out. They have not come out, as far as I know. Let her come out. My sister Loretta came out and do what she was probably asked to come and do to pomade and paint the picture rosy and nicey and speak a good to speak a good vocabulary the way she knows how to speak. Because I know her, she's very learned. But I think she's and I respect her. But I think when she's a good apple inside a bad rotten apple. A very good apple in a rotten apple.
That's basket.
So
that
very sadly, but I love my sister Loretta.
Yeah.
I love
So we can also get from here that you cannot defend the indefensible. APC and Mondiopevolo, they are indefensible. There's no way. I can't.
I yield to you to run it off.
Thank you. Mr. Ogbe, you're rounding up this case. Somebody want to debate with you, but we can't have that topic right now because time is far spent. And don't where it has stayed when the day break. Time is fast spent.
Okay, I let me today.
Yeah, okay, I let it to the matter.
Wow.
So Mr. Kingsley want to debate on this topic, Gele Seaport, because still I haven't understood like 100% why it cannot be done. Though you are saying it, Obaseki could not go ahead because of all the logistics protocols and whatever they call it in my. So I want to, me and my people want to know why this Gele cannot be achieved. But Kingsley, our brother Kingsley, believes that it can be. You are on the other side saying no, it cannot. So we'll have a day for that. But today is not the day. Like I said, it has stayed when the day break. So Ogasa, you want to round the topic up and we'll go ahead and
on that, excuse me, on that day I will make a lot of slides because I don't come here to say what I don't know.
Okay, you're going to teach us because you taught me that Edo is landlocked.
I will make a lot of slides to help. I'm talking about, so I will make a lot of slides. I'm not talking about, you see, when you look at River Ethiopia.
No, I don't want you to go
in Africa. Yes. Okay,
you love geography too much. We won't leave here.
Okay,
the day we want to talk about this Gele, we are going to
make slides. Okay, so on Dr.
On this 250 million saga.
Yes, on Dr. Loretta. My father often say, where I came home and I use school. When my father says, I came home, anytime that question is raised, I came home and I use school, then there's already a question mark in that person. He says, when you go through an educational system, the system goes through you. That's why, I mean, it's an old way back then. So when I understand Mr. Agbedi, on what you are trying to tell us that, and Mr. Wansia say, oh, it's a good apple. Good apple, indeed.
Inside the bad basket.
Yes. How did she find herself inside that bad basket? When she was contesting to be a gubernatorial candidate, I was happy because I want a woman. Women are so intelligent. I want a woman who will be able to, you know, I remember the days of Franca Afegboa in the Second Republic.
Mm-hmm.
There was a senator, the first woman senator in Nigeria, Senator Franca Afegboa. Yeah. So, very intelligent. I would have voted for her if she had clinched that ticket. Because I want a woman.
They were just making noise.
I would not be surprised because, okay, now, when you look at the antecedents of Dr. Loretta, there are some certain things. If you people remember a man called Tai Solarin,
yeah,
these are people. Tai Solarin was stopped way back in the days, and he never had his driver's license.
Babangida,
yeah, but Babangida made him redundant. But before this time, you know that man that always wear that short knicker. I used to read his column. Was it in Punch or there was one newspaper was always writing one weekly column. You know, these are men of dignity. When the police stopped him way back in the days and they asked him for his driver's license, he never had one. He went to his office and resigned his position.
Because
no, so these were people who held themselves to a different level of accountability. So they were Nigerians. Look at his name, Tai Solarin, a Nigerian, of course. So here, some years after that, we are having someone that calls herself a doctor. They told me that she is a gynecologist. When raising a child, you have to raise up a child above every other thing. We have to be contented with what we have. I see that there's no contentment. Otherwise, I don't see any reason why this woman would go out there and be defending
the indefensible. The indefensible.
Look at
not there's a bad market.
My father says, tell me your friend, and I will tell you who you are. He didn't say tell me who you are and I will tell you your friend. No, he said, tell me your friends, and I will tell you who you are.
Who
are so you? If peradventure, Dr. Loretta, she finds us, she's inside that rotten basket of apples, and she's the only good one. So if I begin to see so many bad apples around here, there's reason for me to begin to question this one that is good. Why is this one here? Is it bad inside?
But the bad one will have influence on the good one.
Of course, yes.
Because when you are smelling the apple, you wait.
So she might even be bad inside.
Throw them
away. Look good outside, but not good inside. So well, I don't understand. Honestly, I don't understand why. I just see her as a hungry human being. Apologies. She's hungry. If she's not hungry, are you a medical doctor outside of climb up to become a governor sometime in the future? Of course not. Her brand has been damaged completely. That brand, Loretta Onoche brand, has been damaged. Internet does not.
No, she's not Onoche.
Oh, sorry.
But I don't want to.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's my apologies. My apologies. So she has damaged her brand completely already. So I see her as someone who is hungry. Recently, I was watching former Governor Obaseki in Italy. He made mention of something. He said, those of you in diaspora, if they call you to come and take up a position, say, don't paraphrase what he said, yes. He said, if they call you from outside to come and join them in their government, he said they will rubbish your name. What the people, those in Nigeria should do is to create an enabling environment for you to be able to do what you want to do over there. I 100% agree with His Excellency Governor Iyeki Saga. Yes. So you are a medical doctor, you are a gynecologist, as they told me. Then And she's saying that all these days that she has been asking that those state people should clap for the governor, that she has not all the oil that they have been leaking somewhere, that she has not been able to
anyway, yeah.
So, I don't know. I come to understand one thing.
Yeah, for another
I don't
day.
want to mention names. Someone in this city said he wants to go and contest for governor. I bought tickets to go into his stuff. We went over there and they were asking questions. I asked him, I said, I hope you are going to be like one of those that went before and the joke, by the time they get to those things and they are now House of Assembly or whatever it is, they start carrying guns and they're even worse than the Agbo that we already have there. So we are seeing that in Dr. Loretta. So what makes her different? What differentiates her from those that are in the likes of Destiny Anani, Bebulo or something? What makes her different from any of these people? Nothing. So for me, I look at someone that is very hungry, and good luck to her anyway.
Thank you.
That's all.
Well, see, during the Obaseki's time, we were the Togbarians together. They was hell bent on removing Obaseki, but Oma walking. Thank God for Buhari at that time. He let the people speak. They were part of the Togbarians. They fought too, like the way we fought. So they were looking for relevance so much in Obaseki. She and they started vilifying him because they couldn't get the relevance, they couldn't get the attention that they needed. Then how many people can you appreciate when you are in when you are the governor of the state? How many? In one vote, did he come to appreciate us? But we didn't cry because we weren't looking for stomach infrastructure. So us here, they are hungry. It doesn't matter the title they give you, but your behavior, your actions can speak to them, can tell me what level that I can place you. The title, just remove the title. You want relevance by all means, you're joining the bad eggs. First of all, I would never be part of a government and an administration that came through the back door. Okwebolo was forced on us, and for that reason, that's number one, I will not be part of his administration. Because okay, the people did not speak. You did not allow the voice of the people to come on, to reign. You came and committed travesty on them. A brigandage, a big one. Well, I say, the lovers of Loretta, if you are not greedy, you can't be part of this administration. You should do it right. Telling us, we watching, we the taxpayers, telling us what kind of, not naira, $1 million, and you're telling us that you cannot be accountable for Lawo. Give me, cut me some slack. Walao. Where get mama? I come in peace. Mama. I come in peace. I come in peace. I would not be part of this shenanigans they call an administration. I'm sorry. If you want to be addressed and be excellent, if you want me to say your excellency, your way, must be excellent. The process that brought you in, that produced you, must be excellent. I may be too harsh sometimes, but this is my principle. I'm sorry. Thank you, sir. We want to round up and play. I said it has day when the day break. Don't
Did we just spend about 3 hours? Did we just spend about 3 hours?
Yeah, 2:43. Yeah, I started with you, Ima, and then we've been on. It's been on, but this topic is really of interest, and it's I want to cut off our head, chop all the voices of dissent. For what? They want to gag us. Why? Tell us what you're doing with our money. Accountability. Why we
what's it? You are a sharpshooter. You said it. That brings some of us to this platform was because you are a very honest and you are saying it the way it is for the Edo State. And I think the one critical thing that we are missing in Edo State, very fundamental, Mr. said it earlier, is a visionary leader.
Yes.
That not only a visionary leader, but a visionary leader that will surround himself with people that are inside and creative mind to support the implementation of whatever program they bring about. That will sum it up. But what we have now is the total opposite of what I just described. And hopefully one day we'll get it right. And that the ANEC will let us breathe so that the Edo State will get what they truly deserve and what they ask for, not what is forced upon us.
What's it, sir? Is that going to round up? Yeah, round it up for us.
Beautifully, once again, like where I started, I want to thank Edo Pride TV, Mama, Edith, boy, for your position. Because people talk to you anyhow because you're saying the truth. Those of us also as well, here, Agbedion is here, we are here, and including no about Mr. David himself sometimes when you know about and the concern Edo indigenous right. It is their same purpose. Like I'm going to, we are not a political party. We are not partisan to anybody. We are not for any party. We are PDP. We are not JJC. We are not APP. But we are just for good governance.
I don't want to be affiliated, sir. I don't want to be politically affiliated. I want to stand like this and talk.
It is the person we know that do something great for Edo State. So today, this platform is the voice. You have become the voice. So all our viewers, please remain steadfast to this Edo Pride TV. Also remain steadfast. According to Okpewolo, if 2 million of you guys here call 2 or 3 people to do the mass. Do when you add it to 2.5,
only jumping like we got Tabana.
So I wonder that since he went for what do you call it, foreign investors, he must have been telling a Glasgow man to call his brother in Nigeria so that they will give Tinubu. So we are not that. So I want to thank everyone for this. I know some of you there too probably want to come to this platform to talk about this writing. Very, very impressive. Please continue to do what we are doing. We writings too. I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, on X, and whatever. Just to reach out. And for that, people are hating us for it. But if they hate us, where or say, we say with time, so over time, we will know. Time will be the case. I thank you, Mama.
What's it to do? Ask me one day, Daddy. Sorry, sir. Sorry, were you going to say something? Tell me. He tell me geography. The time is fast spent. It has stayed when the day break.
We always medicante on your head.
This crown go take for your head. Anyway, don't reason. Edo is shiny.
This crown on your head. You
yeah, no, I muted myself.
Did it pay?
Yeah.
Oh, you did? Okay. Okay.
No,
I
didn't want to say.
Okay. Mr. Kingsley, I want to encourage you guys. And what Beni Wawese, imagine why you like we're not only on the inside, and you want to come on the platform. Hey, you are welcome, most welcome. I will bring you on. Just DM me, mommy. I have something to say. I want to contribute. So any you want to say something? Yes, I welcome you. If you have another, like somebody now want to take on Ogbe on that gele, I will be pleased to bring you. I will be Kele Love Edonia. And the ones writing on this comment section, thank you so much. You keep me engaged, and that is so good. Thank you for everybody. Thank you to everybody. Sonny Demi, I cite you. My mama. See, I have to bring you here because you have a platform, so you're not, you must come. Please DM me so that we have a day to talk. I'm always outnumbered, and I want some, I want a day equal. I want to take.
I would appreciate a woman come and join us.
Yes, not just me alone.
That would be great.
Winning all the time. So give me a don't winning. We want women, folks. We want women. We want women. When we lend our voice, the world will hear us. They know that was done right now. Women got up, they rose up to their feet, and they did what they did the needful. And they know sununya. So please, I welcome you to my platform. Mario Mama now. I am wife here. They do their mama they shout sometimes, but I know they bite. Well, I say, okay, can I go ahead and play that music?
Go ahead.
On your honor.
Thank you, ma.
Yes, sir. Is that a yes?
Yeah, let's go.
To do his private job, or maybe be his private gardener, whatever. Ordinarily, he not go hire Monday, but because he wants Monday to do his bidding, that is why he puts him there as a steward. They hear me so. Ordinarily, Tinubu will not hire Monday to come and work for him. even in his garden or in one of his company, or I can wear this filling station, not do fill petrol, the motor, but why did he put him there? Forcefully or Giallo? On Amo 2.5 million votes, and this is the one that is shocking Monday right now. The 2.5 million votes is jumping into gutter from gutter to gutter, looking for 2.5 million votes. The people must speak. The 2.5 million votes, where are you going to get them? The screwed election that brought you in, the very useless election by INEC that brought you in. Did you get 2.5 million? So where are you going to get them now to give to Tinubu? Where are you going to get those numbers? Ordinarily, Tinubu will not hire Monday to work for him, but because he wants to use Monday as a stooge to give him his 2027 bid in 2027 from Benin, from Edo State, he's thinking where Onagialo, Wayasima Iyeki Onagialo. So then next time, let's rise and refuse what is not good for us. Ordinarily, but because of Wale 2.5 million votes now, he put him there to come and do his dirty job for him. 2027. We don't own our lives. These people that are having this, they're bragging around with this 2.5 whatever, they don't even know if they will wake up tomorrow. Life is transient, right? Just like power is transient. It can change any time of the day. Ugwale 2.5 million, you are very sure of 2027. Are you sure if you will still be alive by that time? We don't own our lives. God does. So why don't you just let that year come? Instead of walking towards that. I don't work for 2027. I don't. Because in my but me to be working for 2027, it means I'm just ahead of myself and telling God the way, you don't own my life, I can do anything I want. Ordinarily, Tinubu would not hire Monday. Ajibola said even gate man, Tinubu not go give Monday for in private house. For where? But because he can do his bidding, that is why he put him there. Ordinarily, he will not hire Monday. Although look at him jumping from gutter to gutter. Now they are telling you where with all those massive buildings, massive development. He didn't do the 60% in Maegba, administrative block in Maegba. What is governance? Why can't you continue from where he stopped? But when in Maegba, but by December, you are telling us that you will complete it. So if you know Maegba, well, you complete it in 2 months, he cut me some slack. If you know Maegba, well, you complete it in 2 months. Just touch it, saying you need the Niamuyo. Who have administrative block you go and commission it. Blaming Obaseki for commissioning the job that he did. When Oshomole, your godfather, the thief, the two-faced man, the lying. Why do you tell me Oshomole commission Stella Obasanjo? Then Oshomole manaway block. Onaya borrow equipment on a commission there. At the end of the day, we found out it was all a fluke. Ordinarily, Monday cannot be employed by these people. Akwabi amo Monday yo wire. You need to force Monday nyamana through the back door. For me to address you as your excellency, the process that produced you, that brought you in, must be excellent. Is that too much to ask? Abemona, let me breathe. Abeg, Jibola, I want to go chop Jori. I dey hungry, no mind them. I say for staying with us this long. I say, Edia Mama, don't go.